Funky Fitness Now, episode 16. Don't sweat it.
Can you rob a bank? No.
No.
Welcome to Funky Fitness Now, where every week we take a look at some of the creative, unusual, and crazy things people do to get fit. We have a lot of fun, and occasionally we even learn something. So fasten your weight belt. It's time for Funky Fitness Now. Here are your hosts, Steve Stearns and Jessica Bailey.
Hi, this is Steve Stearns from Outside Health and Fitness, and welcome to Funky Fitness Now, episode number 16. And tonight, it's all about sweating it out. It's all about sweat, this concept that no one, who wants to talk about sweat? Nobody. But my good friend, Jessica Bailey from Sassy Girl Fitness NYC, sweat expert. And here she is.
I'm a sweat expert. That's great. You have the best introductions for me.
I know, they're like crazy.
No, it's great. Well, tonight we're going to talk all about the pros and cons of sweat.
Yes.
Right? And like what people do to like cause them to sweat more and what you can do to sop up your sweat. It's going to be great.
Right. And we're talking about some different articles of clothing that are specifically designed for sweat. Kind of.
Yes, we are. Let me ask you this. What do you personally use to like mop up your sweat?
Generally just a towel or something, but you know, I do as a follically challenged individual, I will tell you that you can't imagine how important your hair is for mopping up the sweat, because when you're a bald guy like me, it gets right in your eyes and it's all over the place. So I'm constantly wearing a hat or a bandana or something to try to soak it up.
So I'm taking it you don't take a lot of like spin classes because it's really sweaty in spin classes.
I take no spin classes.
Yeah. Or go into a sauna. I bet you that's not so fun for you either. Yeah.
I don't like this. I never liked the sauna anyway, because I always feel like I got extra sick when I went into a sauna, like afterwards.
Well, and plus you're sitting, like most of the time you're nude.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I was cooking.
Yeah.
Like, okay, no.
Yeah,
not really
I never liked
cooking.
it. And I couldn't stay in there for very long anyway. I get in there for like 4 or 5 minutes and go, okay, I got to get out of here. This is crazy.
Yeah, and it's boring.
But you know, I work out almost every day at work at lunchtime. And I'm one of these people that I cannot stop sweating once I get started.
Oh, yeah?
So I stop working out about 20 minutes before I have to go back to the office. I take a 10-minute shower. Then I go sit in the car in front of an air conditioner and try to get the sweat to come, and it just doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. I always go back.
One is you take a 10-minute shower.
Yeah, because
God.
Yeah, because I'm just rinsing off from my exercise, and I have I've got no hair to wash or anything, you know.
And secondly, you just said that you exercise at work. So what does that mean? You're running around the office? What are you doing?
No, at lunch. I go to the gym.
You go to the gym at lunch.
Yes.
I just had this visualization of you like doing stairs and running around cubicles and
curling staplers or whatever. Yeah,
every
I don't
day.
do any of that stuff. Every day.
Okay. So what do you have to talk about?
Well, I want to talk about the bandana.
Oh, let's talk about the bandana.
That's like my number one, sweat defense right there.
That's a good one. What color do you normally wear?
I've got the traditional, red paisley kind of thing. I've got one that's tiger striped, which I try not to wear because I think it looks a little ridiculous. And my favorite one is a black fleece one that I don't wear at this time of year, but for like spring skiing or winter stuff, it's awesome.
Uh-huh. What is it like? How does it keep your head protected?
Well, it protects it not only from the sun, but it just kind of soaks up the sweat, so the sweat doesn't get in my eyes, that kind of stuff. And the fleece one is warm enough so that in the winter it kind of keeps the heat in too. Like the thin bandanas they wouldn't be that good in the wintertime.
Tell me this: do you tend to sweat a lot when you ski?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So you need something to like stop the head from sweating.
That's right. The one thing I do find with the bandana too, as a bald guy, is that the thin ones will let the sun come through, so you don't look like you've got this big white dome thing on top of a tan face. But the fleece one doesn't do that. It blocks the sun. So that's something that you have to kind of keep in mind. You look a little funny when you come back.
Also, do you wear sunscreen on your head?
Yes.
And does a sunscreen end up dripping in your eyes as well?
Quite frequently, yes.
Yeah, that's got to hurt.
It's terrible. It's awful.
Yeah, but what do? I mean, you got to wear sunscreen on your head because if a bandana doesn't totally protect your head, you need something on your head.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Right. Now, what about you? I'm assuming you don't do the bandana thing.
I do not do a bandana. When I work out, I use a towel. I always pull my hair back up in a ponytail, and I wear usually a sweatband. I'm not like a huge sweater. I mean, I do perspire. I don't tend to wear excessive clothing, which actually brings up the topic of the sweatsuit. Have you seen these plastic bags that people wear? They're also called sauna suits.
Yeah, that thing, I don't get that at all. That seems very dangerous.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, people that are have taken my fitness classes wear them. Not all the time. I just see them occasionally. I think they think it helps them burn fat faster. But it's not helping at all. And so sweatsuits or sauna suits, they cause you to sweat and theoretically you lose more weight. But it's just a temporary weight loss.
Because of the water, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're going to get on the scale and yes, it is immediate gratification. You will get that. But 2 minutes later, when you drink something or eat something, it goes back. And your body goes back to where it was. So it's not permanent weight loss. It's not a very good idea. And they're expensive. They're not cheap. So a lot of people have been making them on their own out of garbage bags.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So
that's a great look, I'm sure. Now,
trapping the sweat.
So now the thing too, I mean, the reason that you're sweating in general is it's your body's cooling system, right?
Yeah.
And so this is preventing that from happening because it's not only trapping the sweat in there, but it's also keeping your body heat inside, right?
Well, it's so unsafe because heat is released through the fluids that your body sweats out. Mm-hmm. And a plastic sweatsuit is preventing your sweat from evaporating. So your body is unable to cool itself, and thus you're creating the sweat, right? So that's why when you take off the plastic bags, you're covered in sweat because your body is trying to maintain a safe temperature in your body.
Right.
And it can't.
If we were going to compare sweatsuits and bandanas, which is very tough to do because they have some distinctly different functionality, right? But I think the bandana wins for only one reason, and there's a bunch of reasons, but the one reason is it looks way cooler than the sweatsuit.
Yes, you are right. That was exactly what I was thinking. Because you don't look like an idiot wearing a plastic bag.
Right. You look like a pirate.
Yeah, you look like a pirate. And who doesn't want to be a pirate?
Yeah. My wife laughs when I wear a bandana too because I look like this tough guy, and I'm really just a big marshmallow guy.
You're like, okay.
I look like I should have a bike or something, It's pretty lame.
If you had a bike. Well, you do have a bike. It's a mountain bike, but whatever. It's fine.
Right.
Well, and also you're not putting your body in a dangerous place here.
Right.
With a bandana. Sweatsuit is dangerous. And I feel like your body needs adequate fluids in order to maintain healthy blood volume and to transport nutrients to your organs and tissues. And if you are cutting that out, I can only imagine you're going to have heat stroke.
Yeah, you don't want to overheat.
You're going to have heart problems. You're going to have breathing problems.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah.
And let me ask you this. Can you use a sweatsuit as a useful hot pad to take a hot pot off coals at a camp? No.
No, you can't.
Can you use a sweatsuit to protect your eyes from snow during a blizzard? No. Can you use it as a tourniquet or a sling for your arm? No. All these things you can do with a bandana.
Right. Exactly. You are 100% correct.
Can you rob a bank? No.
No. It's very important. Could you put a bandana over your mouth if you are sick to make sure that other people don't get your illness?
Perfect.
Yes, you can. Can you do that with a sweatsuit? No, you cannot.
No, not unless you have a huge mouth or you just want to look even dumber. The other thing I always think about with a sweatsuit is it's always the roly-poly George Costanza kind of guys that are lounging around in these sweatsuits. Do they still do that, do you think? Or is that like a 70s thing?
I don't know. Well, you see on TV and movies wearing sweatsuits, or sitting in saunas naked. Like, you know that is not how fitness works.
No.
But you know, the people that I see wearing sweatsuits the most are like athletes.
Mhm.
Dancers I see, primarily women. It was in my fitness classes, you know, because I have no idea. They're trying to lose weight for something. But most of the time you equate athletes like wrestlers or boxers or some kind of
true.
sport where you have to lose weight fast to like be able to participate.
Right.
I mean, clearly I'm a wrestler because I don't even know what I'm talking about now. But I think that they have like weight classes, so they're trying to lose weight, right? And so then they try sweating it off, and then as soon as they weigh in, they eat. They eat a lot of food, so it's not even real. It's not even real weight loss. So what is the moral of this podcast? Don't wear a sweatsuit.
Don't sweat it. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think you got to be smart about what you're doing. I mean, at least a lot of the stuff that I do, and this may be different from the gym, but when you're outdoors, particularly in colder climates, it's really important that you wick the sweat away from your body because hypothermia can occur if you don't do that. So it's always, dressing in layers and using these high-tech fabrics that wick the moisture away.
Well, moisture on your body, I'm sure, like if you went out for a run in the sweatsuit, you would feel warm while you're active. But the moment you stop being active, that sweat is just going to end up being cold on your body, and it's going to cause a whole bunch of problems.
It is.
Yeah.
So the moral is don't wear a sweatsuit is what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. The moral of the story is don't wear a sweatsuit.
But wear bandanas. And it's just a square piece of cloth. It's amazing. Sometimes it's the simple things that are the best.
I agree 100%.
And speaking of simple things, if you would like to find out more about the bandana, we will have links in the show notes at funkyfitnessnow.com/16. So you can find out all about the history of the bandana, who brought it to North America, and all the different things you can do with a bandana.
Because I know you stay awake late at night wondering, what is the history of the bandana?
Yes, definitely want to check this out. And now, how are we doing on the, we have a goal to reach 17 iTunes reviews. How are we doing on that? Do you know?
We are not doing well.
Okay.
I think we have 3. So 3 is better than 0.
That's true.
But we don't have 17. Can you please help us get to 17? All you have to do is go to iTunes where it says ratings. Yeah, you click it. Click 5 stars because it's fabulous, and then maybe you put a cute little comment in there.
That's it. It's easy as pie. Yeah, you're right. We have 3 5-star reviews right now. So that's great. We're getting closer all the time.
So 3 people think we're fabulous. Maybe you should think we're fabulous too.
Yeah. Just throw us a little bit of a something or other. The reason that we're doing that too, just so that everybody knows, is that really helps other people find the show in iTunes. iTunes, whatever their algorithm is, it's all about how many episodes you have, how many downloads you have, how many reviews you have. So that's really why we're trying to do that. We just want more people to find the show.
Yeah, please help us.
Otherwise,
it's just Steve and I recording a podcast for ourselves
about bandanas or whatever.
It's although it's fun, we would like to share it with everybody.
That's right. We think it's great. So, what are we talking about next week? This will be great.
Next week we're going to talk about funky fitness people, weird people, and weird products that they push. It's just weird.
It's funky fitness instructors, basically, or coaches, right?
Yeah.
I like it every week because I always spring that on you. So what are we talking about next week? And you go, funky something.
I know. At least I'm consistent.
That's true. And to each his own.
To each his own.
All right. I'll see you next time.
All right. See you next time.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks for listening to the show. If you haven't already, make sure you visit funkyfitnessnow.com for more of the weird, wild, and kooky things people do to stay fit. While you're there, be sure to sign up for our weekly newsletter so you never miss an episode. See you next week.